Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Cindy. Good morning. Are you new here? Or have you joined in before? Good morning, Wendy. Are you still in Wyoming or are you back in home? It's been a little while. Nice to see you. Hello, Nancy. Wonderful to be with you. It's March 1st. What a wonderful way to start the month. And we're already, at the end of this month, we'll be a fourth of the way through 2026. How's everybody's 2026 so far? What happened to any New Year's resolutions? Did anybody make them? Are they still following them? If so, what are the results that you've had? Or maybe you made a Lunar New Year, a Chinese New Year resolution just 2 weeks ago. How has your Chinese New Year been? Excuse me. Nice, Wendy, back home. Welcome, Cindy, new for the first time. So glad you're here. Allie, welcome. Good early morning. So happy to be here with everyone. If you're brand new, or many of you have been with me for years, or somewhere in between. Very grateful. I just finished my morning meditation. What I've been doing now for a few months, and you may have heard me mention it, is I'm doing like a heart coherence meditation, which is taken from Heart Math and Joe Dispenza, sort of, where I focus on breathing into my heart center directly, and I'm imagining the breath moving into this area. And as I'm breathing that in, I imagine I'm breathing in energy, a certain energetic signature. And I usually use appreciation. So I breathe in the energy of appreciation. I feel as if it's this tangible energy that I'm breathing into my heart. It's flooding the entirety of my body. And as I'm doing that, I'm appreciating my body and appreciating myself. And then on the out breath, it's the same thing. I allow the breath to go out, and then I'm appreciating everything around me, my beautiful home, my beautiful town, the beautiful people in my life, my wonderful bank account, my wonderful business. And it's very powerful. So it's also influenced by Abraham Hicks. So Heart Math, Joe Dispenza, Abraham Hicks. Because she says that if you bask or feel the energy of appreciation for at least 17 seconds, that begins, that begins to shift your energy and create new waves of vibration that then attract more things to appreciate. So, yeah, that can be a powerful practice. You can use any sort of energy you want to breathe in, maybe compassion or joy or peace or anything. Good morning, Jen. Awesome, Nancy and Cindy. I just had a synchronicity in Facebook yesterday where somebody I connected with on there is in Ohio, where my family is from, which is very small and random. So I love it when that happens. Yeah, small world, synchronicities. Thank you, Allie, for the donation. So if you are new and you don't already, please give me a follow here on Insight Timer. Here is my card to follow, which you don't need to only wait to click on that. You can find me, follow me easily anywhere. And as well as the donation, this is the link here, and you can also donate anytime in this screen, and also there's many other avenues and ways to do that. So, excuse me. It's my first time speaking this morning. Wonderful. So today we are going to be doing our wonderful, powerful weekly live stream. Well, somewhat weekly. I'm changing up the format a bit, but right now we're having it weekly, bi-weekly, a few times a month. Our powerful spirit messages that are driven by cards. So I use tarot and oracle cards to tap into spirit messages for the week. And then we close the session with powerful Reiki and Ancestral Clearing, which is a very powerful process as well. So, and you can also follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, my website, and you can find all of that in my teacher profile here in Insight Timer. You can also join my group, Natalie's Healing Circle, here to stay connected. Yeah, and I will be scheduling my future live streams for March, likely tomorrow, and Insight Timer will put those out, whatever, it has its own format when it does that, but I will schedule them for the month. We will have a couple more of this format, which everybody loves and is powerful with the cards. I'm also going to be adding a couple on relationship dynamics and things like attachment theory, toxic relationships, love addiction, codependency. These things are so intrinsic to being human and, cause so much pain and suffering for so many. So stay tuned for that. I know some of you are going through, divorces, breakups, or recovery from unhealthy relationship dynamics, or maybe you have in the past, like me. So you'll want to join in for those. Which book, Allie? I love Pia Melody. She is one of the originals for sure. Thank you, Cindy, for the donation, if I didn't say that yet. Oh, wow, Allie, amazing. You'll definitely want to join for the live streams. Yeah, I forgot the name of the Pia Melody book, but I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Hello, welcome, Lynn. First time. So glad to have you. So, and I do offer what we're going to be doing here today with the cards, with the Reiki, with the Ancestral Clearing. I offer all of that as one-on-one sessions that are a paid service. And I also offer for anybody in the community who hasn't received any sort of gifted session with me, my powerful visioning process, which is a powerful conversation. I'm a spiritual life coach. So it's a coaching conversation and a process that I take people through that helps people get clarity on their life, looking at where they're stuck, what they're moving through, what they want to move into, the patterns that get in the way, to start create real change. So if you feel called to connect deeper one-on-one, please don't hesitate to send me a message here or anywhere that I am. And yeah, so we're going to start with Michael Singer, as we always do. If anybody does not know Michael Singer, please let me know. I'll explain who he is. Wonderful, Allie. Yes, please reach out, especially if you're being drawn to Pia Melody and in that realm of things. You know, we can definitely dive into that and I can help you. I dropped my card. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna, this is like too many cards here, so I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more. Here we go. It's a beautiful day in Mexico, and y'all, just on a personal note, I just booked my trip to Machu Picchu, Peru for my 50th birthday in a few months. I'll be bringing you with me, not into Machu Picchu, but I'll be bringing you with me in my travels. I'm going to be traveling for a few months in Central and South America this summer. I'm also going to be renting out my beautiful, amazing casita here in Mexico. So I'm actually looking for the perfect tenant. So if you know anybody that wants to come to one of the best places in the world to be, and I'm steps from the biggest lake in Mexico. The energy here is so powerful. It's so peaceful, spiritual, and tranquil. I live on a cobblestone street. Y'all have heard the horses clopping by. It's super safe and beautiful. So yeah, if you know anybody that wants to have a summer retreat here, send me a message. I just started advertising my place, so there you go. Hi, J.E. No, I wasn't. Everything was amazing here. Thank you for asking. So, Michael Singer's, this is the Untethered Soul cards. And the quote today from Michael Singer is, "True freedom is very close. It's just on the other side of your walls." True freedom is very close. It's just on the other side of your walls. So he always talks about, sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. He always talks about, our main issue is that we resist our experience, whatever's happening outside of us, or we resist our inner experience. If we have energies or emotions or thoughts that come up that we don't like, that we resist, that we judge ourselves for, or we judge the world, or all of that stuff, we naturally put up walls. And so his work is all about the very deep work inside of the heart, inside of not in our physical body but this is how we and where we experience it. So we just get to start taking down these walls that we all have inside of us. Yeah, Nancy, so I'm turning 50, so this is a big deal. So I was like, I need to do something very memorable for my 50th birthday. It's crazy. Like, for those who have been 50 before, you understand. For those who haven't, likely 30, 40 also holds a similar energy. So, good morning, Trish. Oh, awesome, J.E. Yes. Yeah. I have my electric bike here. It would be very bumpy. It would not be as pleasurable as the motorbike tour I took y'all on. But who knows? I have taken y'all out to the lake before. I know some of you, J.E., maybe even you, or Wendy, Nancy, some of you may have been here when I walked us out to the lake at Christmas when I first was moving back here to Mexico. So, let's see what Work Your Light says for us today. So we want to look at starting to tear down these walls inside of us, the walls maybe you have against yourself, maybe the judgments, the resistance you have against others in your life, against circumstances. So Work Your Light is an oracle deck that's more like about spirit guides. Not always, but we'll see what it says. So we haven't gotten this one very rarely. So it says, don't dim to fit in. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So I want you to think about this. This is a question for you. Think about your life. Think about the different roles that you have, the different ways that you show up and where you show up. Where are you holding back? Where are you silencing yourself? Where are you being inauthentic? Maybe you dress a certain way and you dress differently around different people, just as an example. Maybe you silence yourself around certain people. Maybe you're too woo-woo for some. And you find yourself wanting to say something in a conversation, but you silence yourself. You know, this could be about politics, religion, those very wonderful topics. But this also reminds me of like codependent dynamics. Yeah, and more will be revealed as we get deeper into this card reading. But definitely you get to look at where are you dimming your light out of fear of judgment, wanting to fit in, wanting to belong. Hello, Anks. Hi, Brandy. Brandy. Welcome, Brandy. Hi, Nikki. Great to see you. Thanks for joining in. Drazel, shalom. Welcome, welcome. So let's see what Sacred Rebels has to say today. This is the beautiful Sacred Rebels deck. Welcome, John. Glad you're here. So this is a collective reading, so whatever you're hearing is for you. So take in whatever messages relate. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out one-on-one, and I offer that as a paid service. Good morning, Kat. Trish, yes, so this fear of conflict, I'm glad you brought that up, because that is, rooted in childhood, rooted in not feeling safe, rooted in being shamed, blamed, punished. So those are codependent dynamics. We grow up, we speak out, and then we're shamed and punished, and then we learn to silence ourselves. So not dimming yourself to fit in, speaking your truth, being discerning as well. I have a coaching client I'm working with, and we're kind of, working with that. Like, you don't have to say everything to everyone. You don't want to dim to fit in, but you also want to be discerning. Discernment is very powerful. Everybody doesn't deserve or need to know, the interior of our being. That's something that we get to share with those who we feel comfortable with and who we feel safe with. Excuse me. Welcome, Betsy. So this is a collective card reading for everybody. You'll be surprised that the messages do resonate. And again, if anybody wants a personalized one-on-one reading, you can reach out, and that's a paid service that I offer. And also too, for John and anybody else, I do close this session with Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. And the Ancestral Clearing and Reiki are very powerful to heal things and shift and clear things. And especially in the physical body, the Ancestral Clearing, it maps to the body. So yeah, it can be very powerful. And those of you who have had my lives where I do the interactive ancestral clearing, or if you've had that one-on-one, you understand the power of this work. So, 2 cards came out together here with Sacred Rebels. We have Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. And just look at the imagery on this card. It's so intricate and beautiful. It's got DNA strands, it's got the galaxy, it's got bird's nests with eggs and feathers, and it looks sort of even like water and very flowy. And then we have After the Storm, and this is card number 1, After the Storm. And it's this owl holding a sacred geometry. What is that called? A Merkaba, I think, with the inverted pyramids together. So, some of you are going through a storm right now. Who all is going through a storm in their life? It could be in physical health, relationships, money, career, finance, or like internally, spiritually, in your own personal growth and development journey. Drazel, and so many people are struggling with marriages, staying in the marriage, growing beyond. I've been seeing this so much in my live stream, so you might have missed it earlier, but I was saying that this next month in March, I'm going to be scheduling a couple relationship live streams where we're going to dive into dysfunctional relationship dynamics, what that looks like, how to start healing that. So, totally beautiful, John. So, you know, outer in your external world, some of you are going through a huge shakeup and a transition. And you may still be in it. This says after the storm, but my sense is that some of you are deep in the storm and it's not over yet. So give me an emoji or a heart if you can relate, if you feel like you're in this storm right now. And what this storm is calling you to do is to go inside, to constantly reorient yourself back to your mind, back to your heart, beyond the mind. I want to look at the guidebook for this card number 1. I don't think we've ever gotten this card, actually. Brandy is deep in it. Cindy, Lynn, you are not alone. So this says, and I want you to really take this in, these are really powerful messages. There's a thunderstorm about. It is either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than what it is, though. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excitement about it. After all, a thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. With a release of tension, relief and freedom soon follow, often with a fresh perspective and perhaps the gift of a promising, hopeful vision for your future. So something needs to change. Energy has to shift. There needs to be a cleansing and a purging. So it reminds me of that idea that likely you've heard before, but if not, it's very powerful. And even so, listen as if you've never heard it. Everything is happening for you and not to you. Everything is happening for you and not to you. So if your mind defaults into, why is this happening to me? That's very disempowering. It's natural, and it will continue to create suffering. So you want to shift that into, how is this happening for me? And that's where faith and trust comes in. You know, what sticks out to me on this card is like this orientation. You know, she's closing her eyes, she's going within, she's going into her heart to anchor into reality and anchor into source. So that is, you know, what this is calling you to do. This storm is information. It's here to help you. It might not look like it's helping you. It kind of reminds me of a tower moment. In the tarot, there's the Tower card. It's a shake-up. It's very dramatic. It's destructive. But it's necessary to clear out these old stagnant energies, these patterns, these thoughts, so that something new can occur. It says, sometimes the pressures that fuel the storms of our lives have been building up for a long time without us being fully aware of it. It might be pressure from our own minds, creating unnecessary burdens upon us, such as burdens of fear or self-doubt. It could be pressure to appear a certain way or to fight against life out of a mistaken belief that this is necessary for survival. Sometimes the pressure is little more than the impossible dream of perfection, and a need to gently, or even with great dramatic flourish, cast that aside so that you can dare to be what you are and create from your heart. So that also ties back to what I feel like this card is codependent dynamics. Don't dim to fit in. And what you've dimmed yourself for too long, and it's okay because you needed to do that as long as you did, because it was survival, it was coping, it was familiar, it was comfortable. But it's like this energy can no longer be contained. So I love that idea of the thunder in the storm. Like this has to be cleared out so that you can deeply tune into yourself, tune into source. Wonderful, Drazel. And yeah, it's, as a life coach, this is what I work with people on all the time. You know, the familiar, uncomfortable comfort zone. You know, we know it, we can predict it, we know how it feels to be in our own suffering. We know what that's like. Let's see what the other card, if there's any other messages. So yeah, so this card is talking about that inner sanctuary that we have inside of us, and to really nurture and go within and find that peace that's here, regardless of any circumstances. So it's like this storm is here to not force you, but deeply invite you to come back here. And it's interesting, I opened this live stream with sharing about my meditation practice, about breathing energy in and out of your heart, because that's what I feel like this is as well. Really tuning in deeply into your heart. There are healing processes with these cards. So I'm going to repeat this out loud to you, and I invite you, if it feels resonant with you, that you just take this in. So you want to place your hand on your heart or both hands if that feels good for you. And just repeat this internally. Allow these words in. I love you. I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. You beat in harmony with a greater plan of love. You are my guiding light. I love you. I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. You beat in harmony with the greater plan of love. You are my guiding light. So it's about deeply tuning into this divine essence that is completely pure, innocent, divine, that God essence that is inside of you, that cannot be subtracted from or added to, is perfect, is innocence, is pure. And when you tune into that more, like this energy of dimming to fit in, it's just, you're going to outgrow it. You're not even going to have to be like, oh, I need to tackle this and work on this problem. It's just going to fall away as you change. It's like when you had toys as a kid and then you would outgrow them and you wouldn't play with them anymore and you'd play with new toys. You just discard the toys and you're just not interested in those anymore. This is the same thing. So we're going to get some clarity. Clarity. Clarifying cards with light seers that will bring further clarity on the message. Beautiful. And if you haven't already and you care to, don't forget to follow me here. It really helps me to grow my channel and reach more people and help and serve others more and more. Interesting. Interesting. So we've got the Eight of Cups in the Tower, which I was tapping into that Tower energy earlier, and then we have the World. So really this is just, each deck has its own sort of dialect, not necessarily full-on different language, I would say, but different dialect. So these cards are in essence just really confirming the message in these other cards, and we'll see what else comes through. But this Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind. You can see she's walking away. Now in the traditional tarot, the original tarot deck, the image is very dark. It's a lot heavier energy. This is a more light interpretation of this energy, but it can mean having disappointment, being really disappointed in something, and yet having to choose to walk away because it no longer serves you. Now in this card, she's walking towards the light, and this is much more empowering here. So this is your choice, and it might be going back to this not dimming to fit in energy, where you're just like, I am not participating anymore. And the thing is, you want to make sure you're not engaging in FOMO, fear of missing out. There's this cup left behind. So, you know, you're going to have mixed feelings about it. It's not just you're skipping off into, you know, into the distance and, oh yeah, I'm just leaving everything and it's all great. There might be some of that, but for more of you, it's more heavy, not easy to do, disappointing, feeling like there's still an opportunity here, but just feeling like you're done anyway. And that's okay. I'm going to look up this card. So Light Seers Tarot has really great descriptions online, and they have affirmations with each card. So the affirmation with this is, I walk away from negativity and choose myself in a rebellious act of self-love. Woo! So I want y'all to claim this. Like, and again, this is all fitting together and really goes back to this. You're dimming to fit in. You're in negativity. You're in dysfunction. So this is a card of empowerment. I walk away from negativity and choose myself in a rebellious act of self-love. So what does that look like for you? You know, Spirit is saying, like, how are you dimming yourself to fit in? What are these storms? How can you come in and be a peaceful home for yourself? And what do you exactly need to do? You need to do the thing that's scary and uncomfortable. That you need to do the thing that you're like, oh no, but I'm not doing that. What is that for you? Write it down. Put it in the chat if you want to declare it. The scary and uncomfortable thing that you don't want to do is the thing that Spirit's calling you to do. And it's not going to be easy. That's when this tower's coming in. Look at the energy on this tower. It's, in this deck, a tree. Lightning is striking the tree. And the tree is on fire. And, you know, the squirrel is having to move out. It's, you know, destroyed its home. And even it goes back to the same after the storm energy. We had thunder and storm here, and then we have lightning and storm here. There is a storm coming. When you choose yourself, when you don't dim yourself to fit in, when you change and transform, as an act of self-love, as a rebellious act of self-love, which that's where this card comes in. Coming into your deep inner heart. This is your home. Your home is not in somebody else. So if you're in a codependent or dysfunctional dynamic, the other person becomes your home, and that is a very dangerous place to be, as far as you've given all your power away and given all of your peace away. You know, we can't make our homes in other people. It's natural, as if you've grown up in, you know, dysfunction or toxic dynamics, that's what will happen, and 95 or 98% of us have. So it's very common. And to choose yourself and to do this is going to be very uncomfortable and not easy. So this is what I support people on all the time. This is what I'm going through currently in my own self. So if this message resonates with you, follow that heart's call and reach out. Send me a message. You're not alone. Again, if you've not had a gifted session with me, I can take you through my powerful visioning process, where we will look at, where are you stuck? What do you need to leave behind? What is happening that's in the way of you wanting to do this? And then, here we go. This is the final card, the World completion, endings. And I love this because look at how whole and complete she is, and connected to Source and herself, and full of herself in a wonderfully beautiful way. So it's like calling back all the parts of yourself that you have left or given away, and you've become fragmented. And again, it's not about blaming, shaming, or making yourself wrong. It's just the nature of how this works. And anybody that's put into toxic programming from birth is going to have this. So, Lynn, thank you for sharing that. Leaving a relationship where you felt financially safe but have dimmed your light to stay. This is a perfect message for you. And yes, you can send me a message here through Insight Timer. If you click on my face in here, probably it will take you to my profile, or you can just find me, nataliemspeakman.com, Facebook, Insta, all that stuff. Yes, Brandy, I'm glad you said that. Endings are beginnings. The World card it's a circle, right? It's a completion. So yes, it does infer completion, which also infers a new beginning. And interesting that we got card number 1 in this deck. So it's like it's a circle. We started with this over here, and it's like then we come to the completion, and then after the storm. And this journey never ends. It's a spiral. It's an upward spiral. Awesome, Drazel. Good morning, Monica. Yes, happy March 1st, as I spoke earlier. So, and look too at this synchronicity. This has a Merkaba on it along with this. So this is very much a message to ground you into, yes, endings are hard. To walk away is hard. It will not be easy. Things are going to crumble, but it needs to happen. And that's when you get to tune into self and source and community and support and all of that to help you, and you will look at her face. She's in bliss. Yeah, Merkaba is sacred geometry. They say the Merkaba is related to, or not related to, but I don't know much about it. So somebody else can speak up, or you can search online. But yeah, there's something about a Merkaba being in our root chakra that means something. I just need to not talk about things that I don't know much about. But I do know enough to know what that is and that it's in both cards. So I also want to look at, and I really want y'all to take in this affirmation. I walk away from negativity and choose myself in a rebellious act of self-love. Like that grounds this whole message together so powerfully. And I also want to show or see the Tower affirmation. It says, in chaos, I walk towards the brightest light. In chaos, I walk towards the brightest light. So it's like, keep your eye on where you're going, even if it feels super chaotic. Look at this bright light that you're walking towards. And then I want to pull the World card up as well. And if y'all want these links to to these cards, any of these cards, send me a private message, tell me which one that you want. So the world affirmation is, I ascend to new levels of awareness. I am love. I ascend to new levels of awareness. I am love. And then it's funny because it references the cycle. Down here it says, next stop, the Fool, the world and the Fool. So if you know tarot at all, the Fool is the first card, card number 0. The Fool's journey ends with the world, and then it starts over again. And that's what this is symbolizing in this deck. It's card number 1. There is no card 0 in this. So this is literally the Fool card in this deck. So that's a huge part of this message, is do not forget and lose sight of the cyclical nature of things, and the endings are beginnings, our endings are beginnings. So, hi Emily. Yes, I know Michael Singer has a new book coming out. Has it come out yet? I saw his recent podcast where he brought it up. So, we will get into now closing with the Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. This is a super powerful message for today. It's exciting. It's scary and uncomfortable, but it's exciting too. So don't lose sight of, you know, it's necessary, it's painful, it's exciting, it's scary. That's the human experience. You know, if you believe in this idea of an earth school, you know, we came here for it. My top favorite books, Conversations with God, that I mention all the time. I just listened to it again. And, you know, it talks about, you know, like we live many lifetimes and all of that. And then it, like, God is saying, because the author says, like, I'm tired of this. Like, why can't everything just be good? And why do I have to go through all this struggling and suffering? And God says in the book, like, you love it. You love the drama. You love the chaos. That's why you came here. And when you're done being in the drama and the chaos, then you'll stop. And I mean, there's something to be said for that. Trish, are you talking about the Michael Singer book or the book I'm talking about? I'm talking about Conversations with God, which if anybody wants the audio link to that, send me a message. I can get that to you. Hi, Austin. Yeah, happy March 1st, first Sunday. So we will close with a few minutes of Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. So let's get comfortable and settled together. Close our eyes. And just allow all of the energy, because it's not just what I say, it's also the energy that's transmitted in the messages as well. So just allow all of this just to come in, settle, come into your body, come into that energy of the card, beyond the mind, the heart beats, come into your beautiful sacred heart. And just breathe. Let all of the messages, the energy settle. Feel the feet on the floor if you're sitting, or your body just resting comfortably. And just let go, let go, let go. As I activate the Reiki energy, I'm also activating Solvana energy, a transformational third eye awakening and expansion energy of new beginnings and transformation. And just receive and allow this energy to move in, through, and around you. And just surrender and let go. Just allow the tower to fall, allow it to crumble, allow the storm, allow the thunder to rumble around you, the lightning to strike, the old structures to fall. Stop trying to hold it up. Stop trying to rescue and save things that are no longer meant for you, that no longer serve you. Trust if something is leaving, to let it go. It's not meant for you. While validating your feelings, validating disappointment or letdown, sadness or grief. It's okay. You can feel the way you feel and know that it's not meant for you anymore, and it's time to let go. And then remembering the beautiful world card. And after the storm, something greater is coming. What is meant for you is coming. You must get into alignment with it. And start looking and noticing what's around you. It's not easy, but it is definitely worth it. And maybe some of you might be noticing in your mind's eye the image of a Merkaba, that symbol of the two pyramids intersecting each other. And you can just focus on that if it's there. You can notice them spinning. Clearing, cleansing, releasing, and empowering. Cleansing out old energy while at the same time calling in new energy. Empowering energy. Calling back all and any soul fragments back to yourself, integrating all parts of you. Infinite Creator, source of all that is, we love you. Thank you for loving us. We humbly ask that you open, bless, expand, lead, guide, and direct us into your perfect light, love, and life, and always completely, now and forever, please and thank you. For everyone hearing my voice, all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors and all of their relationships through all relevant time, space, and dimension. For all hurts, wrongs, judgments, and burdens, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us. Completely and totally, please and thank you. For all times we abandoned or were abandoned, withheld love or had love withheld, weren't nurtured, loved, supported, and cherished, and times we didn't nurture, love, support, or cherish others. For all let down in our lives and lineages. For the times we turned our back on the Creator God in all name and form. Help us forgive all people forgive us. Help us all forgive ourselves, please and thank you. Infinite Creator, for the highest good, please lift out all weight, pain, burden, sin, death, debt, negativity, spells, hexes, curses, black magic, white magic, guilt, fear, shame, unworthiness, and limitation of all kind. Transform it into your love and let your love flow back in and through us, filling and giving us all complete peace now and forever. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other. Love and bless ourselves. Be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Breathe deeply. Imagine that you're walking away from whatever no longer serves you. Imagine that image on the Eight of Cups of the figure walking into the light, away from the past. Imagine yourself leaving behind what you've been dimming yourself for, dimming your light. And moving into more wholeness, more peace, more prosperity, more love, more peace, more joy, wholeness and appreciation into that energy of the world. You are love. You are whole and complete. You always have been, you always will be. It's just about walking away from the illusion of everything that you're not. Reclaiming those pieces and parts of you that you've left behind or given away. Nobody can take anything from you, so nothing's been taken. Nobody has that power. But you may have given away, consciously or unconsciously. And it makes sense, it's totally understandable. And now you are walking away and walking towards. Just imagine yourself going to this pure, beautiful light. Feeling it moving through and around you, cleansing, purifying, nourishing, healing, feel that deep in your cells, in your bones, in your auric field, in your body, mind and spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it done. Thank you. If you care to come back to a wakeful state, you can gently, slowly, and easily. This is a very powerful healing and clearing today, as always. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Hello, Deborah. You're welcome. Deirdre, hi. You're welcome. Cindy, thank you. Thank you for the donation. If anybody cares to and feels called, you can make a donation here on the screen, or there's other avenues and ways to do that. You're welcome, Nancy, Trish, Allie. It was powerful for me as well. Wonderful. J.E., you're welcome. Yeah, and we're going to be diving more into these dynamics this month, so stay tuned for future live streams. Follow me so you can be notified. And again, if these topics resonate with you and you feel like you're this Eight of Cups person, send me a message. I will gift you the time of my visioning process if we haven't done that before. Follow your intuition and your guidance. You know, we don't have to do it alone. It's actually much more effective and easier to be guided. You're welcome, Lynn, Monica, Trish. So as I said, stay tuned for future live streams for this month being published twice a week. Every Sunday at this time I do go live. The topics will vary. And then during the week also. So yes, this was a very powerful healing and clearing today. Ground yourself, drink water, and reach out. Happy March 1st. I know we've got an eclipse coming up in a few days, right? We're in Mercury retrograde, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus. Things are shaking things up in the skies, on the planet, and humanity and the collective. So this tower feels scary, and it is scary. And it's necessary. We must break these structures. We must break this dimming to fit in. So yeah, Brandy and anyone else, you can send me a message. You can click on my picture in here right now, I believe. Go into my profile. There should be a place to message. If not, just search my name, Natalie M. Speakman. You can contact me on my website, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm streaming this right now on YouTube. So you can find me in all of those ways. I think if you just search Natalie Speakman, I come right up in the internet. Yeah. So if we're coming from fear and not faith, it's very scary. When we come from faith, then it helps. And that's what I feel like this card is about too, is that faith and trust. So So, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Oh, and by the way, for any of you who want to come to my beautiful town in Mexico, I am renting my beautiful, amazing casita by the lake for the summer. If you or know anybody that would be interested, I'm going to be traveling for a few months, so I'm looking for the perfect person to rent my place while I'm gone. You are going to love it if it's you. Yeah, there's so much powerful sacred energy here. It's just, you just have to experience it. It's like this beautiful, warm, soft bubble of paradise. So, excuse me. And if not, you will see me here, live streaming every week, multiple times a week. So, sending much loving to all of you, and I will see you very soon. Namaste.